Alright guys, welcome back to Alliance War number 3 of Season 26. We got Iceman here putting in some work on Path 9, and later on in the boss circle we got the hazard shift machine that is Iceman going first against Domino. I did speed up a few of the fights this war. I got a couple long ones that went the distance, and just want to try and keep the video under 30 minutes. I usually end up with a ton of fights again between two accounts. I've got 15 fights this war, 14 solos, and we get stuck in the same spot as last time, which you'll see. But Domino, not too much of a problem here on Hazard Shift with Iceman. Just to be careful with the procs, whether or not she gets the lucky or when I'm unlucky, and it's not too bad. There, I wasn't sure if the lucky was going to go off in time, so I just block it, and that one goes down easy. Next, we've got a SpiderGwen here. Again, also hazard shift and resistor. Again, Iceman works really well because I can put the cold snap on, don't have to worry about the evades too much. Just have to be careful of the timer. Like, she can still get off some evades, and I think I wasn't paying attention. Maybe right there, I threw that special one just after the cold snap expired. So now I have to play a little more conservative here. There we go, parry into special one. Now I can hit freely again. Get some of those frostbites off with a heavy. Again, parry into the special one so it lands. Another detonation of those frostbites. And she goes down. So great work with Iceman. Here we're on Path 5. What I did was actually I put my main account on Path 9 to start and then switched to Path 5, and my junior account was here on Path 5 to start and switches to Path 9. It was just the best way that I could coordinate my champs for the two paths that I was taking. I really wanted Magneto for Path 9. Section 2, I have a couple metal champions there, and I don't have Warlock on my junior. So I needed Warlock for Path 5 for the Immortal Abomination we're going to see again. So here, make quick work of this Darkhawk with Magneto. Special 3 knees down. Then jump quickly back to Path 9. Had to take down this Void. Nothing too exciting here with Warlock. Just have to keep tabs on the intimidating debuffs and the timer there at the top of Void. I'm just keeping up my combo. I'm leaving it under 10, so right now it's on me. I go to my 10 hits, it disappears, and that's pretty much all I got to do the entire time here, is just keep tabs on my combo and at his intimidating debuff. So they're at 20, I remove the next one. And it's not too bad. It's just you just have to be careful of when the timer goes down and what combo you're at. And that's not too terrible. Pretty straightforward here with Warlock. And we're going to finish him off here. Done. Now here we have the Power Snack Korg. Sometimes we see him on Mixmaster. This time he's on Power Snack. So again, I get the pre-fight from Rain Man. We put the white Magneto pre-fight on, and I go to work with the rank 3 Doom. And I do have to be a little bit careful of the power control here. Of when he gets to, I guess there's like backup recovery, I think, on this one, when he gets to like below 50%. Here, I wasn't on my game. I threw that special 2 right as he got his rock stacks back. So after I did it the first time, I'm like, okay, I gotta make sure I keep an eye on that again. Here I'm just gonna block his special 1, go back into getting the free parries, Here, I got lots of room on the timer, so all 3 of those incinerate stick, none of them get removed. Now here, I go ahead and I back off and let him throw that special 2, because he gets a little bit of power there from backup recovery. And then this was working out just great. Super happy with this fight. I think this might be the only fight I really needed Doom for. So pretty happy with how this one turned out. A couple more hits here, and he's down. Next, we go to this Nick Fury. And this is exactly where I got screwed over last time. And I tried it again. I didn't... no one else really had a counter. I think Archangel's probably the best counter for this Mixmaster Nick Fury. I know that last time I said I would do things a little bit differently, and I was prepared to throw more heavies in the second half, but again, the Mixmaster mixed me up, and that was kind of frustrating. And you'll see here that I go ahead, and I was telling myself early on, I'm like, why don't I just go ahead and hold on to a special 3 for late in the game on the second phase? But then I'm like, I've got the special 3 so early, why don't I just throw it here? And then I never recover, I never build up that special 3 again. So it was stupid. I probably just shouldn't have thrown it here. I should have held on to it for later in the fight, and it would have made it a lot easier. So just next time I gotta continue to listen to my own inner monologue. So again, first half, not a problem. I'm actually keeping him down. I'm keeping the prowess pretty low. I've got my combos under control for the most part. That medium there is working out pretty well. But now that I get him in the second phase here, the problem is that you have to continue to back off, and he just continues to get those tons of prowess charges. So it's a combination of trying to build up his to a heavy, and then I didn't realize that he got the unblockable. I was so focused on the heavy attack counter that I didn't realize he had thrown that was his second special 1 in the second phase, which just made him unblockable. So I think even if I was playing it differently, if I would have let that happen, then I would have gotten stuck. I heal up and I go back in with Magneto again, and even though I take some special 1 on the block and take a ton of damage here, and I have to heal up again, which was very frustrating, but I only take I do get him down, and I only take the one death, and that's the only death I'm going to have this war again. Obviously, we're going to try and go deathless in the next one, but easier said than done. But yeah, tons of damage there, but we're able to still finish him off. So glad to be rid of that one. And now we get to on a more fun fight. We got the rank 3 Doc Ock on my junior account against this encroaching stun Professor X. And this is where he does a great job here. So here, all I got to do is, again, watch the falter timer on Professor X, because right now it's at 4, 3, 2, 1, and then the next hit, I don't know why my parries weren't really sticking a couple times, but there I go ahead, parry and whiff 1, just so that his timer goes again. Now, right before the encroaching stun timer, I get off a special 1, but and because of the power reserve, I'm already at a special 1 again. Really here, I just want to build up to a special 2 if I can. Here, again, let him throw his special 1. I'm going to have to throw my special quickly because of the encroaching stun timer. There we go. And I think 1 more hit's going to do it. Not 2 hits. Okay, so he's down. So really happy with that one as well. Here, throwing a bunch more potions on Magneto. This was not cheap for the junior account this war. That sucked. But I had enough in the... I still have potions in the overflow, so it's not too bad. Here we got Dragon Man on Window of Opportunity stun. One eye open. We boost up. We go in. Really, the only thing I'm telling myself here is I don't want to armor break him. If I armor break him, then I'm going to take degen. So I'm just going to build up to special 3. That's my plan here. Don't throw the special 2. That is what I'm telling myself. If you watched last season, I kept doing that to Dragon Man and then wondering why I was degenning and just losing health like crazy. Here I'm kind of stuck in the corner. I take a little bit of that heavy, but then we have the special 3 now, and we can push ourselves out of the corner. So that worked out okay. Now the rest of the fight is not too bad. As you can see from the magnetism, there is no more power gain node on Dragon Man, so I don't have to worry about the power gain. I can, slowly build up I can push him to a special 1. I can evade it. I don't have to worry about him going up to like special 2 or special 3 because I'm totally in control of his power at the moment. So that's fantastic. Another great use of the magnetism. There we go again. Evade the last bit of the tail whip. There we go. And I think we dropped the special 1 to finish him. Perfect. Next, we continue up path 9 with the junior. We got Sentinel on a Window of Opportunity stun and powered immunity. So again, I don't want to use a special 1 here because that will give him extra power. I think for the most part, I'm probably also going to just try and go to special 3. I think I had an advanced power boost on from the previous fight, maybe. So it's not too bad here. And again, I am keeping track of the... when the Window of Opportunity stun timer is down, I can freely parry. I'm just waiting to see when that timer goes. Does the stun timer come back? This time it does. Sometimes, I think in the previous war, I think I had a Dragon Man on this node, and the stun timer completely disappeared from the magnetism. So we'll see what happens in the rest of this fight. I'm not sure I can't remember if it came back again. There I took a little, I think he hit through my block there, or block didn't quite work there, but that's okay. We get off our special 3. He's almost down. We're just going to bait this special 2. Nice evade. Go in and counter. Counter another special 1. And 1 more parry and he's done. Perfect. Now we've got one more fight here on path 9. We've got this Punisher 2099 with kinetic transference and power from afar. Now I brought in Doc Ock and I threw on an invulnerability boost. You can see a couple times there my parry wasn't really hitting a couple times, so I wasn't confident that I was going to get the consistent parries. So there I get my first one. The power lock is on, and right there, the next block, I lose my, I don't get the parry, and it throws off my whole Doc Ock rotation. So I knew at that point that I'm pretty much going to have to rely on, there's a good chance I'm going to have to rely on the invulnerability boost, which is fine. I was totally cool with that. I had a couple of them in the inventory, so I have no problem using it. Here I go ahead, I get off my nice special 2. We get the triple debuffs on him. I mistimed that reapply. I probably should have gone for the heavy there. And now at this point, again, I'm stuck. I'm not quite in my Doc Ock rotation. So I'm like, whatever, I'll just throw in whatever damage I can. If he goes to a special 3, doesn't bother me. I've got the invulnerability boost. That's why we threw it on here. Don't need to take any damage from that. And then just go in and finish it off. So no problem really with this one here. Pretty happy with it. There we go. Finish him off with the heavy and he's done. Now we go on to some long fights on path 5. in section 2. I did speed these ones up, I think, quite a bit. We got the Ebb and Flow Intercept, Thor Ragnarok. So obviously he's on the Ebb and Flow Intercept because if you intercept him, he can, what's it called? He can auto block you. Now, I could have gone in with Magneto, and I could have ignored the, he's hashtag metal. So that was definitely an option. Sorry, I don't have I didn't bring Magneto for, that's what it was. I didn't bring Magneto for Path 5. This one here, I had the Iceman, Doom, and Warlock. So Warlock was going to be my best choice. Magneto would be the best option here. But I did not have room on it for him, so I figure I can get enough damage done with Warlock. The only thing I have to worry about here is, again, watching his charges. So I'm doing like parry heavies, but I'm saving a special. So just as I get to 20 hits, I can go ahead and drop a special 1, which is going to power drain him and remove his own power drain passive buff that he gets. So that's pretty much what I'm doing the entire fight. I'm not going to intercept him at all. I'm just going to let the bleeds and the degens do all the work. Like if I didn't have that's why I'm going to continuously do the bleeds. And at the same time, Warlock is an extra large champion. So I can also counter the Protect Global. So if I do hit him with a hard enough attack here, like a special 3, that it's going to do all the damage, and I'm not going to have the protection because I'm going to not be knocking him down. So it's a little bit of a slow fight, but pretty happy with the outcome. I actually was able to I think I gained health on this fight just by parry heavies and throwing some special 3s. So I think I've actually finished this fight, I think, with a net positive, which is nice. So again, it was definitely a slow one, and they only get a little bit, like I've sped up the fights. I think they only get slower. I think we've got Immortal Abomination next, and then a Kingpin. And the Kingpin is a beefy sucker. So there we go, finish off this Thor Ragnarok. So next we've got this Immortal Abomination, Redoubled Determination, and Ebb and Flow Intercept. If you've seen my channel recently, I've been doing this fight almost every war because he's always here. So what I'm going to do, as always, is I'm just going to parry until I get my infection up. Once the infection's up, I'm going to be doing degen damage to him, and I can just sit there and he's going to be consistently power drained. I think it's from willpower. So I just have to be careful here. I really don't want to throw on too many bleeds. The bleeds are going to consistently increase his power rate from Redoubled Determination. So you can see here what I end up doing is I end up doing a majority of parry 1 attack, parry 1 attack, parry 1 attack, or cut 1-2 attacks, and then I build up to a special 2. I do not want to throw a special 1. A special 1 will remove all my infections for like a one-time power drain, and that's not what I'm looking for. So the only options here are special 2 and special 3. Special 3 will do a nice big power drain, but special 2 is where I'm actually getting the damage. And if I can, when I get to my special 2, I kind of let his power drop a little bit, and then as his power drops closer to 0, I can get off that special 2, especially if I have not been doing too many heavies, because I want to keep his power rate as low as I can. There we go, get off another special 2. And again, throughout the entire fight, he's taking degen damage, and it just slowly whittles him away. And for like I can't remember how many times I've done this fight now, but he doesn't even, when you do it properly, he doesn't even throw a single special attack. And that's the best part. And I'm sure if I had, I could probably get it done faster if I spent more time trying to intercept him, but that's really not my goal. I haven't had a fight so far with Immortal Abomination that I haven't been able to get him done in a comfortable amount of time. So I still have over 2 minutes left, and he's down. Now, this is the first time I'm taking Kingpin on a Redoubled Determination node. Now, he's unawakened, so he doesn't have those rage charges at the beginning, and I wasn't quite sure exactly how I'm going to play this one out, But at the very beginning, I'm going to parry, knowing that he's going to restore my my parries. But then the last one sticks. I'm able to fight myself out of the corner, and now we're just into a long rotation of a few hits, special one, a few hits, special one, over and over and over again. I noticed that the power rate is so much higher because now he's got those rage stacks on him that I decided I'm just gonna stick with the special 3s so that I can actually power drain him, because his power gain was so high. And that first special 3 pushes him to a special 2, and now I lose a bunch of time because he went unblockable, and that is going to make a big difference near the end. I think the rest of it, I really just want to stick with evading special 1s. And I can see that I'm not getting the same type of damage as Immortal Abomination. And I think what it is it's smart placement. I believe the guy has removed, you can see he is not gaining any willpower healing from his rage. Now, on the one hand, you might be thinking, well, it's a rage node. Doesn't he want his willpower on so that he can consistently be healing up his Kingpin here? But at the same time, though, it's the effect of the infections from Warlock consistently power drain you if you are getting the willpower healing. But you can see here, he is not getting the willpower healing because he took it off. So I'm not getting the consistent power drain. So because of that, it is making this fight extremely long. And I'm noticing it's a minute and a half left, and he's only at like 43%. The only way that I can do this, as like I did right there, is I got off an intercept. And it's not usually my game, even though I'm literally on an ebb and flow intercept path. I realize, okay, I got to start throwing some intercepts in here, or else this fight is not going to drop. So consistently, again, trying to get as much damage in as I can. And there we squeeze in another intercept, which is pretty clutch. I know it's sped up, but it was a clutch intercept and it got him down. So wipe my brow, phew, and go on to the next one. Here, we brought in Iceman to take this Modok, and I should have done a little bit more practicing about heavy countering, because Iceman actually has quite a big reach, but I figure I'm just going to go in, pound into his block 1,000 times, and bait his specials, intercept him here and there, and just slowly whittle this guy down. I don't have to worry about the hazard shift. It's just a stun immune Modok. I just have to be careful that sometimes when you hit into him, he can be. He didn't auto block me once, and even if he does auto block me once, I have the ice armor as backup. But there were a couple times where he kind of evaded quickly on me, and I might have taken a hit or two. But for the most part, I just pounded into his block all day long, and I definitely had a teammate throw on I had Rain Man again throw the White Magneto pre-fight on this one, not for anything other than the extra attack boost. And you can see there he did his little sidestep evade on me, but we're right back into the fight. We get off another special 1. And again, I think once I was in this fight, I was too nervous to start throwing throwing my heavies to counter his heavy. I should have practiced it going in. If I would have done that, I could have detonated my my frostbites on him and probably gotten down the fight a lot sooner. Instead, I'm just sitting here going nuts with hitting into his block, little intercepts. This is definitely not the most efficient way to go about this fight. But you know what? A solo is a solo, and I don't really care how I get it. If it takes me 5 minutes of slowly chipping away at him, I'll do it every single time. It just is a matter of getting the solo. And I think our battle group had a whopping 3 deaths, which at my level where we're at, I'll take 3 deaths in a battle group every single time. We would be platinum 1 if we were getting 3 deaths every battle group. So I'll take that any day. We've had a couple really tough wars that have been come down to the wire, and we got to clean up a few things. But again, we're Platinum 4, pushing for Platinum 3, and it's only 3 wars in, and I think we can get there. I think we're making the right moves, and we're almost there. So there we go. 10 seconds left, down to the wire, but Iceman gets the solo. And last but not least, we're going to go in and take on this Killmonger. Yeah, it's been a while since we've taken Killmonger on Stunning Reflection, and we go in with an advanced, with a power start 1, and then it's pretty straightforward. Go in, get, I think that's the Vigilance buff, then the Power Gain buff. Now, even though I'm not at a special 2 yet, that's fine. I think here I'm going to throw that special 1, throw a heavy into an unblockable special 1, get him to the 5 charges. The Incinerate allows me to get off a little parry there. And now I can just continue going into CGR cycles, get to a special 2, intercept him with the special 2. He's permanently armor broken the entire fight because he's a villain, and that's part of Cosmic Ghost Rider's kit. So I don't have to worry about reverberation the entire fight. And starting with that special Power Start 1 just makes the fight so much easier because it allows me to get on the damaging debuff so I can get a little bit of power and continue to cycle specials. And that makes a huge difference. Without it, it's doable. It's just a little bit of a harder rotation to get going. But we go ahead here, we finish him off nicely. This is the end, the last fight of the war. So good luck to everyone still on Alliance War Season 26. And we will see you guys in the next one.